Alright, so let me start the game, and this is how the game looks like right now. So obviously we made some big changes, everything looks different now, and we wanted to finalize how our game would look like visually. We're not really finalized, but more like how the layout would be. So right now you can see the ship is here in the middle, and the camera's different. It's a bit lower now, the angle's a bit lower. Right now it's at 45 degrees, and we did that because we wanted the entire ship to fit the screen without affecting the UI and while still retaining the readability, and this is the best angle we found so far. Right now the UI is all squished. We just left it like this since we're gonna change the UI anyway, and we're gonna make it so that the UI only takes up the bottom and top space. So everything here in the middle would be for the airship. And obviously the background's different. We added a blur to the background and a greenish tint. Added more buildings. And yeah, yesterday we created some assets and the landscape with Fabrice. So this landscape we created. Let me remove the fog filter. Right now we're just using like a blur filter to like replicate the fog and stuff, and make sure it's not, they call this, not interrupting the player, the airship, or the visuals. So this is a landscape we created. There's some buildings here, just scattered them around, and there's some roads, some ruins. It's just this kind of just like a mock-up that we created just so we can see how it would look like in game. We also went back and forth between if we'll use orthographic or perspective camera, and we decided that we'll just stick to the perspective camera since orthographic has some limitations. And yeah, even though this camera's perspective right now, it looks pretty good. I mean, it still looks like orthographic. And yeah, we also tweaked the lighting a bit, and this is what we have so far now. Everything for the visual is that the crew members now have a highlight to them. So if I zoom in a bit, you can see the crew members have a green highlight. This for the player crew members. For the red crew, I mean for the enemy crew members, they'll have a red highlight, which I'll show you in the, when I get to it. So what else for the visuals? Yeah, so yeah, fix a bug where the lighting is not showing the yellow highlight, but yeah. And yeah, I think that's kind of it for the visuals. The other thing I worked on is the repair system and the energy system again. So for the energy system, I had a really big issue with the weapon controller, since because in the code, everything, all the systems can save and react when it gets damaged. So for example, the shield, when it gets damaged, if I damage, okay, let me just damage it, and then it automatically decrements and stuff like that. But previously, since the weapon controller is tied to the weapons, it gets desynchronized and costs us a lot of bugs. But thankfully, I finally found the solution to this. I've been thinking about the solution for the weapon controller for a few days now, and finally got one that works. So yeah, the weapon controller, let me show you. So right now it works like normal, so you click it to power the weapons, right click the weapons, or you can click on the weapons to power it, and adjust accordingly. Let me add another weapon here. So it's limited by you cannot power all the weapons. It's limited by the amount of slots the weapon controller has. And yeah, so far this is good. Do this. Okay, yeah, so far it's working. And then if I close the game, go back to it, Usually this is where it starts bugging out, but if I right click, yeah, it gets unassigned, energy gets assigned fine. There's no desynchronization or anything. And another thing is when I damage the weapon, it's, yeah, it deactivates one of the weapons. And then since there's 2 slots here, I can put the laser there. If I damage it again, I can't. So yeah, so far it works pretty good now. It's like working perfectly, which I'm really happy about. Okay, then the next thing is the repair. I made it so that the repairs are crew members can help in the repair, multiple crew members. So for example, let's completely destroy this weapon controller. Then I assign one guy here. Now to read it, will take 4.5 seconds per energy slot. If I add another guy, 4.1 seconds. If I add Julian, this guy's mechanic, so it should go faster. .2 seconds, and you can see it's going really fast. Oh. Okay, and yeah. So now let's quickly go to enemy. Wait, why can't I jump? Oh, the engine doesn't have energy. I'll fix that later. Okay, let's go to pirate, and now you can see how the game looks like with another enemy ship. So they're positioned like this. That's why we needed all the space we can in the middle, so when there's 2 ships to maximize it. So we tried our best to copy Void War and FTL's layout, and then we were confused all the time, like how do they manage to do a top down without having to sacrifice screen space? And then we realized that our game needed a different solution, since obviously it's a 3D game and our rooms are bigger, our ships are bigger. So we just came up with this idea where they're next to each other like this, and they're basically we won't have any split screen stuff anymore. So we don't need to have a line in the middle, and we don't need some special mechanics in order for the weapons and projectiles to go through and stuff like that. And we just need one level and one background. We don't need split backgrounds, and that immediately made a lot of things easier for me, at least. So the scope is decreased a lot just by that. And so instead of having the split screen, in this scene here, could just be that the ships are kind of basically like chasing each other. They're next to each other and they're flying in the same direction. They're gonna be swaying a bit, moving around a bit, but they're essentially going the same direction, and you can see the background moving across. So that's how we're gonna do this now. And yeah, let me just try fighting this guy. The enemies have a red outline. Don't know if you can see it in the video, but the enemies have a red outline to indicate, yeah, that they're enemies. So that we can put here any design we want without having to put the green color in the texture. Oh, wait, I'm losing, I just realized. Oh, okay, just died. Okay, I just want to beat an enemy before I end this video, so let's try that again. Oh yeah, forgot to put the engine, Have to put energy in the engine. Put some shields. Activate my weapons. Start charging. I shoot. I shoot the hull destroyer. Can I shoot here? Trying to free, but they won't make it. Okay, you should just enable auto fire. And yeah, let's see. That's the game so far. I'm gonna upload this game to Amit so you can playtest it. And for my next steps, actually, I'm not sure yet for my next steps. I think I'm gonna still think about it because there's a lot of stuff we need to do, and I need to see what's more important. But I could possibly start working the UI. But yeah, I'll see. So yeah, thanks for watching.